Cinema Relics Productions cast. Come on over here, which happen to be not really cast, they're just the guys we work with. We got Carson and Martin. Martin, your name's Martin, right?
I think so.
Are you fixing stuff
Yeah, I
here?
messed up the little button came off the table.
Martin's always breaking stuff.
See the little buttons? I didn't realize there were little buttons.
Yeah. This is for Harrison Ford to pull up his screens. By the way, the table that we sit at is a repurposed prop from a film, and you just knocked it off again.
Nice.
From the movie Ender's Game. So this desk would have been used for Harrison Ford to sit at and be the, I believe he's a general in that film, to talk to Ender and get things moving against the aliens. So what we've done is we've taken the desk, and there was in the film there was a center section that was an LED. It was a EL light up panel that didn't work anymore, and so we just took that out very carefully, and then we created a new top that fit into that section and put the light in the middle. So it is modified, but it is completely reversible with the broken piece that was in there originally. But let's jump back into what we're on live for. It's the PKE meter. So we did release an episode last week on the PKE meter, and a lot of people seem to like it. There were some questions off the bat of, first of all, why we didn't operate it. When I had acquired the piece originally, prior to that, the old battery was removed and there was a new battery put in, a battery pack. It's a custom pack because of the old technology that's in the PKE meter. So that was put in there. It's hardwired. It is still in there. It no longer works. So what we did was I basically have left it in there. At some point I'm probably gonna have to remove it because I don't want it to split and start to leak into the device. But it no longer works, and I don't want to change the batteries out again. Secondarily, some people have noted that the PKE meter, we never give a good shot of all of the internals.
Martin, you noted that, didn't you?
I know, yeah. That was like.
Yeah, that was a problem for you,
I
wasn't
know.
it?
I wanted to.
As a maker, you
Yeah.
had a problem with
Yeah.
that.
But it was pretty extraordinary on the inside. It was really complex.
And even though we have footage of it, ultimately I decided not to do that because realistically, there's only one known to exist. Possibly the one that was stolen is still out there. I don't know about that. But I really am worried about somebody trying to fake it and sell it as if it was mine.
Oh, I see.
And by giving the exact blueprint, it will make it very difficult for me to verify if somebody is out there and sell it, and I would have to show mine. I just don't want that information out there.
Boo.
Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to protect the piece. Ultimately, it is an artifact.
Maybe we can do a drawing of it. Like a blueprint.
Oh yeah, that's gonna help.
Okay, here's the other question. Who is Martin? Who the hell is Martin?
I have no idea.
So Martin Meunier. How do you pronounce your last name?
Meunier.
Meunier. Martin Meunier.
Moo. Not moo.
Moo.
Like meringue.
Martin Meunier.
Meunier.
I've known you for 15 years and I still can't pronounce your
No
name.
one can.
So
In
Martin
school
here.
they called me manure. But
Oh,
that was
wow.
really problematic.
So Martin, I met Martin because Martin worked on Coraline, the feature film that Henry Selick and Leica made. And for that film, Martin won a Technical Academy Award for bringing 3D printing to the motion picture industry, specifically Coraline, right?
Yeah. We came up with that with Henry Selick on The Life Aquatic.
That's right.
Because there was a printer at the shop, and Henry was like, "Look, use this for faces," and then we got the chance to do it for Coraline.
He doesn't look like an Academy Award winner.
No, I know he doesn't, but he is. I've seen it.
It's a Technical Academy Award.
That's right. It's not the statue. It's a golden plaque.
It's
right?
a plaque with the statue on it, but half a statue.
That's right.
It's the beginner's award. It's like the starter.
The starter one.
The Oscar starter.
So you
So-
build up to the next one.
You have to be
So kids, you too could win an Academy Award. If Martin could do it,
anyone could.
That's right.
that's right.
That's right.
Kevo says, hey, I think you guys are doing great and you are still finding your YouTube stride. That's for sure. Keep it up.
It's on YouTube.
Well, it's on. Yeah, I guess maybe that's our problem. We need to put it somewhere else. No. Well, thank you. Yes, we're still figuring things out here, both in the streaming world and in what is good for the show. But please give us notes. We're always looking for information on both the pieces that we're sharing and, ideas for what we should do for the show or what we shouldn't do. So,
And like favorite props that people want to see, right?
that's right. Well, yeah. Initially, we're only going to be doing pieces in my collection.
But you have everything.
I don't have everything. Come on.
Every prop,
Every made that have. You got surprisingly some props you never expect. And, oh, is that? Oh my God, that's happens all the time.
Yeah,
To
it's
me,
pretty cool.
To me, it happens all the time.
Well, you love this stuff.
Yeah, but still, I'm always surprised. I didn't know you had that. You know?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
but
So, any more questions on the PKE? Oh, so I think we handled the two main questions.
somebody
Yeah.
said what the writing on the bottom was.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
The Spangler.
It's SPE
001.
001.
SPE
So we're not,
001.
we're assuming it means Spengler, SP0, or SP0,
Yeah. She's really.
SPE 001.
no, it's just SP01.
Yeah, 01, that's right, only two.
SP01.
SP01.
But also, the shoe polisher that it was built off was the SP1 shoe polisher.
Oh.
So it is.
That's a wild
So it could be that he built the prop and then he wanted to have a name for the sci-fi prop so he could keep track of it in his inventory or whatever. And he's like, oh well, SP01 and SP02.
That
and
is speculation, but really good speculation.
Could be.
I
Could be.
say that seems very logical to me.
But it was
Or-
carved. It was carved.
It was
Yeah,
carved.
it
It
was-
wasn't printed. It was literally done with either a Dremel or a knife or something.
Yeah.
It's very rough.
Well, that makes more sense than Spangler because why would you do SP? Like the first two letters of somebody's name as opposed
But I
to.
think it's cool that somebody noticed it. The guy noticed
Yeah.
it. Was like, and like, oh darn, it's right.
By the way, the person that's talking right now that you're not seeing on camera is Jason Henry. Jason Henry is my production partner who I've worked with for many years. He actually was the showrunner, co-showrunner, but the main showrunner for Prop Culture for Disney. And we worked on a number of other projects. So he's the behind the camera, behind the scenes guy.
He's too handsome to be on camera.
He is. He's surprisingly shy for as verbose as he is.
Oh, what was one of the other questions though that was really good? That was
Oh,
go ahead.
is it common? Like, is it common that you don't turn props on, or is it like bad practice to turn props on or keep batteries in props?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Wait. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, generally speaking, we don't like to turn props on. And in the case of this piece, like I mentioned, the batteries are dead, but it is old electronics, and you're just taking a chance of breaking it. There's old servos in there.
Bad things have happened.
Yes, that's right. You can have sparks, you can start
Remember,
fires.
I mean, remember I turned on that robot.
Which one are we talking about? Oh yeah.
We turned. We just shot an episode where we turned something on.
That's right, we did. We turned on.
But don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah, right,
It's
right.
a big reveal.
But we turned on a
Very magical piece.
Another question: is there a chance that you ever create a museum or a traveling exhibit? Because this person would easily pay $100. It's way too much, buddy.
Yeah.
To be within 3 feet of items and see it in person, like the PKE meter and all these
Yes,
props.
Yes, the short term is yes and yes, the short answer, but ultimately what we're trying to do is we're trying to develop two different traveling exhibits. It is a long, elaborate process, but yes, one of them is going to be on robots and AI, props from movies and TV connected to that, and the other one is just a general collection of the Cinema Relics archive. It won't be for a few years, more than likely, but there's a possibility that you might see something in Hong Kong in the next 12 months if one unlikely project comes to fruition.
And 3 feet's a long distance. I would say like you pay $100 to get to a foot of the object, right?
Maybe.
For Martin, he needs to get close enough to smell the props.
That's
right.
right. Martin is a very tactile person. He likes to smell, he likes to touch.
Smell the PKE
That's
meter.
right. We have to calm him down sometimes. He gets really, really excited around these pieces.
That's true.
Yeah. So, what else?
Yeah, what have we been doing this week?
So this week we've gotten together to shoot some more episodes. So we've got an entire catalog of episodes in the can that we've already shot, and that was like 3 months ago. Those are the ones you're seeing now. Those have been edited. Now we're working on some new episodes, and we've got some really fun ones as well.
Yeah.
And I'll give a little hint. One of the episodes, although not our traditional subject matter, we dove into one of the projects we worked on together as a group, which is Fanorama. So we brought a familiar bad word or a cranky robot to life and learned how to puppeteer him. So that's fun. You'll see that in the future based on one of our own personal projects, and you can figure out how futuristic that is.
Ooh, people like that. They were happy.
That's
Little
good.
hearts coming up. Oh, talk about what are we doing this weekend? We screwed up.
Yeah, so this weekend
We screwed up.
we screwed up. So we
Because as Kevin said, we're still learning our stride,
yeah,
getting
we're
our
still
stride.
learning our stride. So
Yeah.
we the next episode, which was gonna air this weekend, was gonna be the Mr. Fusion from Back to the Future, and because we're all here in Chicago doing work on it, we lost some files and we were not able to post it. So as ridiculous as that is, we are going to be posting some older prop culture segments as hopefully an apology to our fan base and keep things moving forward. And the following Saturday, we will be releasing the Mr. Fusion episode, which is quite great.
Lose the files.
We didn't lose them. We just didn't bring them with so that we can
Gotcha.
post them. They're on
Alright.
they're on a computer in
Maybe Back to the
California.
Future, right?
They're Back to the Future, and if we could go Back to the Future to get those files,
Alright,
bring them
right.
back here so we can post them. Yeah, we
Oh, that's interesting. We do need to go back to the future to get the files.
that's right.
Well, you do have another time machine down there.
Yeah, we do, but it's from a different film, so it doesn't connect with the same universe.
Brian says, your channel has captured my imagination and passion for props. Your
Great.
collection is the finest around, bar none. Very nice, Brian.
Thank you.
Can't wait for more.
Fantastic. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Well, there are some greater collections out there, some really cool ones, but I'm very proud of what we put
Well,
together.
they're not sharing them.
That's true. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Yours is probably, I mean, now with what we're doing, the most public collection
Yeah,
of
yeah.
movie memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never thought of it that
Yeah,
way.
people don't seem to share it. It's a sad thing. It's like you're hoarding a treasure and
Yeah.
you're not sharing it to anyone. And the
That's
whole
right.
point is to show it.
I'm coming out of the closet.
You're coming
I'm
out of
I'm coming out of the basement and showing
Coming
off
out
my
of the basement,
collection. Yeah.
It came from the 90s. Says, love this show. Really excited to see what's next. That's very nice, too.
Thank you.
Everybody's so nice.
Yes.
Is there anybody mean out there?
What?
Anybody mean out there?
You know what? Like, all the glove conversation, like, kind of died off this week. I don't know. People only care about gloves when it's Indiana Jones stuff, which
That's
is
right.
weird.
Interesting.
Gloves
Yeah.
are a pain. I mean, they're like.
Well, they're not just a pain,
But they're risky.
They're risky, is what
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
They are a pain to wear, but ultimately
It's
they're
like
risky.
telling a gecko that's crawling down a wall, "Hey, put some gloves on."
Yeah.
It's like, well,
How good are you going to be
I
at
can't
climbing?
stick. He's gonna
That's
fall
right.
off.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I never use gloves when I'm building prop ever because if I have like resin or glue or tint on my glove, it's gonna get on the prop. If I know that there's nothing on my hands, I can feel it.
That's right.
I'm
It's
much more
safe.
confident. Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
safe.
That's right.
Good thing we're not building any props in here.
That's right.
A lot of people want to know about a possible museum.
No, I mean I'm making stuff.
You're making stuff because that's your job, but we're
Right.
not.
This is
Jesus.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, but a man.
This is a good
Yeah,
question.
but that's what it
I'm
comes
making
across.
props for you. I'm making props for you. Your own stuff.
Well, yes, for my projects,
see a
but
prop
not.
that-
Let's not stick our head into it even deeper here.
Okay, this is a good question. And you can all answer this. This is from Brian, our buddy Brian
Hey,
again.
Brian.
Hey, somebody's here from Italy. Ciao, yeah. Could you name a prop that affected you the most when you had it in your hand? A real starstruck moment. What is it, Dan? Quick. We're going in tight, so we can tell if
the
he's
Blade
lying.
Runner blaster.
The what?
The Blade Runner blaster. That just made me like almost weep.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
What was yours? What's the prop?
Same thing. When he handed me the Blade Runner, I got almost teary-eyed. I was holy mother of God. Yeah, absolutely. Blade Runner blaster.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say mine because
No.
we haven't talked about it yet, and it is yet to make an episode about it. But
Okay.
let's
That's
just
okay.
Just
It's-
beat around the bush. Don't be
yeah,
very
it's
specific.
from the Marvel universe,
Right.
and that's like what I grew up being a huge fan of, is like following everything up to Endgame, and so being able to like see and hold that was
What is it?
really
Just say what it is.
surreal. The Captain America shield.
Oh, the Captain America shield.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
It's a great one. It's a great one, and it matches, but you'll have to see later.
We haven't done anything on that. Should we do something on that?
We
I don't
should.
know.
Absolutely should.
Brian, do you think we should do something? Brian, what prop would you want to see? Brian says, you guys have my dream job. And if you ever need help with items in the Northeast, I would love to help out. Probably Brian.
we'll
You're the man. Brian, what's your favorite prop? Come on. Anyway, we'll wait. We'll vamp until Brian responds.
The pulse rifle from Alien was cool.
That was awesome. Yeah, that's a piece that has found a new home. But yeah,
But it's cool holding it.
oh, it's amazing.
Oh, that was Kevo.
Yeah. I'd love to wear the backpack from Ghostbusters one day.
Yeah, no,
Oh, the what? What'd you say?
I always said I'd love to wear the Ghostbuster backpack.
The proton pack? You want to put it on and suit up?
You went in over your meteorite heading for us, right?
And
We
you
got,
go out there.
No, we got an hour to live. And
Oh,
let's go
okay.
get all the props.
Yeah,
and let's
yeah.
fight with the Gandalf sword, and that's what, and like just mess it all up.
Mess it all up.
Mess it all up. Anyways.
Maybe I should find someone else to help us on this show.
Well, you got some offers. Okay. Oh yeah. Brian says the Blade Runner Blaster would be his, and anything from A New Hope. Oh, that's a good one.
I don't normally collect Star Wars pieces, and not because I don't love Star Wars. I actually adore the film, and Empire Strikes Back is one of my favorite films. But the pieces always go for so much money, and there's so many fakes out there. And honestly, a lot of my friends in the collecting world collect Star Wars. So the last thing they need is another person going after them. So I've always focused when it came to Lucasfilm stuff was on Indiana Jones. And I am able to go visit other great pieces like Gus Lopez and Dave Mandel from their collections, or Steve Sansweet, just to kind of see what they have. And I get enough pleasure out of that. It's cool.
Yeah.
What's the coolest Star Wars prop you've ever seen?
Coolest Star Wars prop I ever saw was in the Star Wars exhibition that traveled to the different museums. The first one, it was one of the main size, it was about this big AT-AT models. I'm obsessed with the AT-ATs, and I just, that is a piece, although I didn't handle it, I definitely had tears in my eyes when I saw it. It mean a lot to me, because I love stop motion, and I love animals, and I love robots, and this is kind of a mixture of all these things. And it just was very influential. That Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Kenner toy that came out when I was a kid, I was obsessed with it.
What's your favorite Star Wars
I
prop?
was working at ILM one night on Left Quarter because we rented the shop. And
Oh, you worked at ILM?
Yeah, Lord
Oh, look at
Pearson,
you name dropping.
He comes out with the Star Destroyer from Star Wars.
Oh,
And then he comes out with the giant AT-AT that folds forward in the
Right.
snow.
right.
And he's just putting them right in front of me. And then he comes out with the speeder bike from Jedi. And he says, I'm just going to leave this here, then I'll go to a museum tomorrow. And I'm working all night. I'm like, oh,
Alright, be honest, did you?
I sat on the speeder bike.
Of course you did.
You sat on the speeder bike?
Of course you
I
did.
took
That's
pictures
pretty
on the
cool.
speeder bike. I didn't tell anybody. And I was looking for this.
Do you still have those photos?
Yeah. And I was looking for the scratches.
We'll have to
on
post
the-
those
I
sometime.
know, never.
Yeah, so that
Yes, we will.
Lucasfilm can come after us.
And then the display for the AT-AT, like a bunch of fake snow. So
That's
I had
right.
a tiny bit of fake snow and I put it in a little
You
bag.
stole so from George Lucas.
It was just, I mean, it was.
No.
It was not from the movie. It was they added it afterwards.
How do you know that?
No. And then I looked for the scratch. I looked for the scratch underneath the Star Destroyer because I heard that the motion control camera scratched.
Right.
So I just looked for the scratch. Couldn't see the scratch.
Maybe they fixed it.
Maybe they fixed it. But it was cool. I mean, the three props right there. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because that's not normal when
No.
they're over there working.
No.
That stuff's all locked up.
Yeah,
and
it's
put
all
away.
locked up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can do some episodes in the future with some of our Star Wars collecting friends too.
Oh yeah, my hope is to spotlight some really key pieces from some of them. Or if anybody out there, honestly, eventually I'd like to do. If anybody has questions about a piece that's significant, we can do a deep dive on it and try and figure out what it is and where it was used. But that is down the road after we kind of get our stride and figure out what our format is and get something together that the audience really likes. So.
The best one I think would be amazing to do Gus's Death Star.
Yes, we love. Well, so here's an interesting thing that a lot of people don't know. So when we were planning to do a Star Wars episode for Prop Culture for Disney, we had a lot of time to develop that episode, and one of the segments was going to be on the Death Star and doing a deep dive. And we did a lot of research on it, and I think we may even found out some stuff that Gus didn't know at the time, although he does now. So we'd love to share that at some point, assuming somebody doesn't do that first. And you know, Gus is a popular guy in the Star Wars world.
Yes.
I just have to get to it quicker.
Yeah, that the prop has an incredible story too on how Gus got it in his position.
That's right, and what it was used for beforehand.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super,
Oh,
super
wait.
cool.
The coolest Star Wars prop I've ever seen, really, was when I was looking at Tippett. And
Oh yeah, now Tippett. First he drops Island, now he's dropping Phil Tippett.
But like, so
This is
I
not
asked
the
him-
Martin show.
I asked him, can I look around the shop? It was Grayson Street.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, sure, whatever, do it around. And I pull a cardboard box from under, all
Yeah.
dusty,
Yeah.
and I open it up, and I pull out this weird tentacle thing with an eyeball at the end. And it was the tentacle monster from the,
Yeah.
and it was just
The what?
The tentacle monster from the trash compactor in Star Wars.
That thing's got a name, doesn't it?
It does have a
Is it
name.
trash monster? They call
Well, I've always called it trash monster, but it's some unpronounceable thing. I'm sure people out there know what it's called. It's on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, that's a
it was
piece
in
of
a
ultimate.
cardboard box.
The trash compactor monster, right? It's like it's something with an M,
Yeah.
right? It's like
I
a.
don't know. But he put it at auction afterwards.
He did. He wound up selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was wild because I didn't recognize it. It took me a second to recognize it. I was, oh, it's
Right,
a
yeah.
trash monster, which scared me as a kid. It was
We
so
we all
frightening.
had the toys too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, people are great. The Dinoga.
That's right. Thank you, whoever said that.
It's our buddy Brian.
Oh, Brian. Thanks, Brian.
Dinoga? I never knew that.
Dinoga. Yeah.
Okay, Brian also wants to know: do you guys enjoy screen matching as much as he does? Brian
Not at all.
loves screen
It's so
matching.
much fun.
It's a blast. It's exhilarating and it's exciting and it's depressing at times.
But it's like finding a treasure.
It is. It is. And it's very analytical and it's fun. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's really neat. I didn't know I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
Doing it. It's like, oh my god, it's there.
Because as a maker yourself, yes, you can get that information to fake something, but it's difficult to try and fake something that you don't have any
To that
reference for
degree.
other than a two-dimensional surface image from a movie. But once you have the piece and you can rotate it and look around and see how it matches up, that's when you can kind of feel
Yeah.
very confident that that piece is from the film.
Yeah. Yeah. They do it in computer graphics also. A lot of people leave their mark on spaceships. And
That's
they leave
right.
Their,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they carve stuff and they do weird things on computer graphics.
Put a mic on that guy. No one can hear him. That's because he mumbles.
A mumble. Yeah.
He's a mumbler.
A mumbler.
Okay, here, last question. Then we're gonna bug out. Why do you enjoy props so much? What is it about? Like, you obviously have built them, and Dan, you work in the biz and collect them. What is it about looking at these things that you enjoy? Like, what?
For me, it brings me closer to the films that I love through touching and just being in the presence of really artifacts from that production. I mean, obviously, when you watch a movie, unless it's a documentary, it's fiction, right? It's all fake. Fake's the wrong word. It's all fiction. So when you see a prop and you can interact with it in some form, it brings you closer to that moment of it being real. Even though the film is fiction, the people that made it were real, and the pieces, the art that they created to make that film is real. That's what's important to me, and that's ultimately. I started collecting props before I started working in the industry, and I was able to learn enough through what I learned as a prop collector, as well as other things, to start working in the industry. And that's why we're doing this show, is because we've learned how to make content and to make shows. And of course, I bring it back to props because I love props.
It teaches you a lot.
Well, I mean, unlike like actors you meet that are not nice, the prop doesn't talk back. It's like, you know, oh, there it is, and it's nice, you know.
What do you like about them?
I same thing. It's like, you know, connects to the movie, and you've never seen it in real life before, and you're like, wow, this is what it looks like. It's got weight. It feels cold, like the blaster. Like, I never knew why it felt like she was holding it. It was so heavy when you're holding it. You're like, oh my god, it's so heavy. Suddenly you're like, oh, now I know how Harrison Ford. I know how they felt when they were holding it.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Carson?
Yeah, I mean, movies are designed to, like, you make a movie to get people to feel something, like feel a type of way, and then being able to like see something from one of your favorite films just brings that emotion back in a different aspect, like Martin was saying, being able to actually like physically almost be part of that world or feel like you're part of that world, and it just brings all those emotions back to why you loved the movie in the first place.
And I think a lot of why I collect props and the emotion behind why I collect props is why people do cosplay, because it's the same thing. It's bringing yourself closer to that character, to that moment, and then all of the obsessiveness around it, the research, the digging into it, to trying to find these pieces, to trying to find if they're legitimate, to learn about them. The same thing when you're building them. The more you have to research and the more you spend time doing it, it just brings you closer to something you love. It's a hobby, but it is an all encompassing hobby that is super cool.
All right, until next week, right?
Yeah, we'll see you next week, guys, and hopefully you like our prop culture content we're going to drop this weekend, and we'll see you soon.